Sensations and AP first-team All-Americans A.J. Dybantsa and Darius Acuff Jr. are both in action today. Dybantsa and number 6 seed BYU take on number 11 seed Texas tonight in a first-round matchup, while Acuff Jr. and the number 4 seed Arkansas faces number 13 seed Hawaii. Both are considered top prospects for the NBA draft. Dybantsa averaged 25 points, earning Big 12 Player of the Year honors, and Acuff averaged 23 points, was named the unanimous SEC of the Year. So this tournament features a host of freshman talent from those two guys, Kingston Flemings, Darren Peterson, Cam Boozer, Stephen A. I could go on and on here, but which freshman player in this tournament do you think will help himself the most towards being an NBA prospect, maybe even that number 1 overall pick?
You could easily make the argument of Darius Acuff Jr., but I'm going to go the route of A.J. Dybantsa. You don't teach 6'8", 6'9" with that wingspan, that athleticism, that ball handling ability, that shot making ability, you know, and obviously they lean on him heavily. He is their number 1 option. Make no mistake about it. He's the star of that squad. And he's bringing it. And when we sit in the NCAA tournament, a time where we really, really pay rapt attention to guard play, because that usually what propels you to a national championship. And you have the likes of anything from a Darren Peterson at Kansas to a Fleming at Houston, to an Acuff Jr. at Arkansas, to the Berries and Bradley at Arizona. You're going to look at certain guys and say, okay, what am I getting from them? But A.J. Dybantsa at BYU, being the stud that he is, looking at a guy like a Tracy McGrady, a Grant Hill, a LeBron James, people like that to some degree he reminds folks of, to see him in this NCAA tournament representing BYU, carrying, you know, that school on his shoulders in this NCAA tournament, I think that if he shows up like I expect him to and lets everybody know who the hell he is, like I expect him to, that he will unquestionably be the number 1 overall pick in the upcoming NBA draft.
For sure. And I know we've had the conversation, guys, about, you know, how much the NCAA tournament matters for draft stock and all of that. But like specific to this tournament, Joe, who do you think is going to have the best performance of any of these freshmen?
There's so many good options. The problem with Dybantsa isn't him. It's that I could see him going down to Texas in the opening round, and we really only get 40 minutes of him. Darius Acuff Jr. is the guy I go with because I think we see him beating Hawaii in a game where Hawaii is going to compete. And then once he gets past it, could be looking at Wisconsin in a matchup that has everyone's attention for the round of 32. I mean, how many times have we seen John Calipari take a star freshman into the tournament and get extraordinary results? In the conference tournament alone, which has the defending champion in Florida, Arkansas won behind Acuff for the first time since 2000. He averaged 30 and 7 in the SEC tournament. During the season, he averaged 22, 3 and 6. He can shoot the 3. He's close to 50% from the field in general for the season. A lot of great options, Coach. Darius Acuff Jr. is my pick.
Both are great picks, and both could be correct. I'm going to go with a guy that we take for granted. I'm going to go with a guy that he leads his team in points, rebounds, assists, and steals. I'm going to go with a guy that people talk about, oh, well, I don't know how his game translates to the NBA because he's an under-the-rim player, but all he does is win, and that's Cam Boozer. To me, Cam Boozer is the most underappreciated player in college basketball, and he's going to be College Player of the Year. And his stats compared to Cooper Flagg's a year ago, it's not even close. 6'9". Now with Caleb Foster out, he's going to be basically Scottie Pippen. When his brother Caden goes out, he's their point guard, so he's got to initiate their offense. He's got terrific feet defensively. He rebounds the basketball. He can step out and shoot the 3. If you double him, he plays out of double teams like he's a point guard. I look at Cam Boozer and I say we take him for granted because he's not a running, jumping dude. He's not crazy, athletic. He's very athletic, but he's not crazy athletic. He doesn't make Sports Center top 10 plays. He does one thing. He impacts winning. He impacts winning defensively, offensively, as a teammate, as a player, as an 18-year-old. He's huddling up their team at the free throw line, bringing people together. He's just like that. I say it all the time. I think the guy was basically raised to be an NBA superstar.
And in order to get there first, he's got to go through the NCAA tournament. It's crazy. These 19-year-olds and what we expect from them in the NCAA
His poise blows me away.
Yeah. All right. Before we get you ready for the NCAA tournament, let's have a conversation.
Comes out, I'm literally down for anything.
All right, so we're going to watch these games in New York City somewhere today. Probably drink a couple of lattes. plus the stuff that goes in them.
Sure.
And then we're going to SGP this and watch this together. This is going to be
Let's
fun.
go.
Come say
Action on every single game is the goal.
Look for the coat. We'll be out.
I'm not wearing this out. No way. This does not go out into the city. Are you nuts?
Why not?
Have you ever worn a jacket like this before?
You blend right in. In New York, you blend right in.
Wait a second. Would he wear that?
Yeah.
I could pull that off.
He would wear this.
That's the difference between you and me.
breakfast.
Is
He'd have a whole suit. He'd have a whole
The difference
suit.
between you and me is I'd make that thing look good. All right. Danny, we saw you've gone through the gauntlet of the tournament. Describe get me through day one of the tournament, what that's like.
It's different. Each year. Freshman year, it's like, all right, I just kind of want to come in, play well, show out. Each other year, a little bit more of a chip on your shoulder to prove a point. But the mindset is, we got to go in here and make a statement.
Look at Danny. Look at young Danny Green.
It's my senior year. So
he's in the corner. He's in the right
corner. 4
corner.
years. But each year we went further and further in the tournament. But we came out to try to make a statement. And in the tournament, they said any given Sunday, any given Tuesday, Thursday, whenever you're playing, you could lose to any team. So you got to find a way to win your losses is what I say. So with the games that you're playing bad, you got to find it in your defense, in your 50-50, tenacity, those type of plays, to find a way to get a win.
Coach, what's it like day one of the tournament? It's the opening Thursday. Your team's playing. What's it like from a coaching perspective?
Look, it's an anticipation. I remember walking the hallways when I was at Long Beach State for the first time I ever coached an NCAA tournament team. And you're walking the hallways thinking about your journey. And then you're thinking about the kids' journey. You think about how much you put into it. And really, in the end, it's all about the kids. You want to get them prepared to give them the best chance to be successful. But as a coach, it's your destination. I mean, you work all season long to get a chance as a head coach to coach in the NCAA tournament on that stage. So it's a culmination of all your years as an assistant coach, as graduate assistant coach, doing anything and everything, and now you're on that stage. It's pretty incredible.
At Long Beach State, what was the head of hair situation?
It was halfway going back on defense. It wasn't fully back on defense yet, but it was on its way back on defense. How about you? You just throw me under the bus. It's unbelievable. I mean, the pink socks and the purple jacket. I'm not saying anything about the fancy shoes.
That was a low blow.
The anxiety, too. I love that.
There's a lot of hair on this set, too, by the way. I'm done with you guys.
Now that you bring it up, there's some prolific follicles going on here. All right, let's talk about your alma mater, Louisville. Michael out.
They're in huge trouble
It's going to be it's an uphill battle.
Your thoughts?
Well, number one, life is about how you overcome adversity. You don't have the best player for Louisville. I believe in Pat Kessler still. I believe in the players. You're going to have big games from Conwell, McNeely, Frew. All these guys are going to have to step up and make plays. I still believe in you guys. When the world does it, I do. That's why I'm a Louisville alum. Shout out to the University of Louisville, not Louisville, not Louisville. All of you who don't know how to pronounce stuff the right damn way. It's Louisville, okay? University of Louisville. I still believe in my school. I'm going to wear this sweatshirt on Freddie and Harry. Hopefully, by the time I get on at 3 p.m., I'm not distressed, and I'm celebrating, and I'm excited.
Are you back here tomorrow?
No.
So here's my question for you. Who creates the scoring opportunities Michael Brown is leaving behind? Because that dude, not only is the 18 points, it's the points that he creates. Who's going to create those easy baskets for Conwell?
So, Conwell's going to have to create on his own. But backup guards, Woodley, and then also Rogers, those guys are going to have to play pivotal roles today. Most importantly, you cannot turn the basketball over and give South Florida easy baskets out in transition.
This game's more about South Florida. South Florida's the real deal. And Isaiah Nelson's going to be the best player on the floor. 6'10", runs the floor, gets to the offensive glass. They get extra possessions. Their guard play is unique. They extend you out. They extend their defense. They turn you over. They're going to put a lot of pressure on Louisville, especially because they don't have Michael Brown. Because if they get the ball out of Conwell's hands, no one else can really make a play for someone else. You get it out of his hands. He's their best offensive player. This is going to be a really interesting game. He loves his alma mater. I understand that. Pat Kelsey's a great coach. I understand that. This South Florida team's real. B and I worked there for 7 years. Let's go.
Get your balls on that. One of the more trendy options.
There you go.
Fight, guys. I need you to fight.
God, I wish he was here tomorrow. All right, we're going to go to the Final Fours now. Each of us picked our Final Four. Danny, we're going to start with you. Who are your Final Four?
I had 2 brackets, and of course in one,
I
had Carolina for sure. But my realistic bracket, I had Michigan, Michigan State, Houston, Arizona. Those are the teams that I think are going to do something special this year. I really liked how Michigan was playing most of the year. I had them as a favorite. Houston were there last year. I think they might come back and do something special this year and finish on that unfinished business tour that they had.
You can't do 2 brackets. That's for tomorrow's show. Harry, who are your Final Four?
Number one, I have Michigan. Love Dusty May. I love the bigs that they have. St. John's, Rick Pitino is a guy who used to coach at Louisville. What I like about his basketball teams, they're like pit on a poodle. They're like hyenas on antelopes. They're going to suffocate you defensively. And then Ejiofor, I love what he's doing down in the post. Houston and Arizona. Arizona, man, they have a three-headed monster.
And Arizona's your champ.
You're starting to sound like Park. I've got Michigan State. Tom Izzo, in this time of the year, he's been absolutely terrific. He's great in great game preparation. Houston, their defense, their toughness, their physicality. I think they come up with the upset against Florida, dominating their guards. Arizona, you talk with the three guys up front. Arizona has 8 starters, and then Michigan.
Great minds think alike.
The key about Michigan is they lost L.J. Cason. That's a huge loss. They don't have a backup point guard, but Lendenberg is a real tough matchup. That front court is good.
As well.
He's got the same front court.
So here's the rule: the bigger the pool you're in, the more risk you need to be willing to take. The smaller the pool, the family pools, you can go chalkier. This is the risky pool for me. The thing that stands out, I haven't found anybody anywhere who's not taking Michigan in their region, which is a little worrisome. Purdue, I think, is a good surprise, plus 380 to win that region. Their half of the quadrant is way better than Arizona's half. Vanderbilt has great guard play, elite defense. They can shoot the three. They
got Florida in that bracket.
They've already beaten Florida. They've beaten Kentucky. They've beaten Alabama. They've beaten Tennessee twice. Battle test. And then Kansas and Peterson by